Now, are you guys a band that enjoys being in the studio more than you being on the road, or is it vice versa? I know there's different tastes.
We enjoy both parts, you know. The studio, I find, is a lot more relaxed, and you don't have to... You're in the same place for a long time. The road is, you know, you're constantly moving, constantly going. You can kind of have a relationship when you're at the studio, like with your family and your girlfriend.
Society.
On the road, you really gotta leave that stuff, leave your family behind, and just, you know, we've been out for almost 4 months now, so.
And it's just you guys,
Yeah,
right?
literally.
Yep.
And I noticed you have a bus outside. At least you got that. Like, I mean, I'm sure you've had worse things to travel in, right?
Yeah, we started off in a 15-passenger van. It was a 1995 GMC Rally, and yeah, there was 8 of us in it for a long time.
It was awful, man. Like, there was no air conditioning at all. And we had this one drive from Texas to Orlando where we had a show in Texas, had to drive pretty much overnight right after the show to Orlando in the middle of August with no air conditioning.
Oh, that's not the place you want to be in August.
No. And we were just sweating like nonstop. Pretty much we were all naked in there, too. Yeah,
Do what you got to do, right?
Hell yeah.
So now the road can get tedious, obviously, and you just mentioned one of probably many horror stories. What are some small, nice conveniences that you enjoy having on the road that make kind of, you know, the days go by a little better?
We got internet now.
Yeah?
Which is awesome.
Wi-Fi right on the bus, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
That's changed my life pretty much.
I could imagine.
Yeah, because now I can actually interact with the outside world.
Sure.
Not just, you know.
Through
man.
phones or pay phones or what have you?
Yeah, and we have some TVs. Like, everyone has their own kind of TV, like either in their bunk or in their room on the bus or whatever. So
Okay.
you can watch DVDs. Some are X-rated, some are not.
But you have a little more privacy probably on this bus than you did in past times, right?
Yeah, before
yeah.
we're sleeping on top of each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
So tell me about how this new record has changed. I mean, you guys have been doing this for a very long time, and I don't mean that in any sort of way other than you know the ropes. This isn't your first rodeo. How is it different this time around on this record?
Well, we spent a lot of time on it. Before we just had kind of demos of songs, and you know, we actually never got into America before this record, and yeah, it took a long time to get the songs together and get our act together, and it's nice to be out on the road playing every day.
Very cool, very cool. And now, what's left for you guys? I mean, I know there's a lot left, I'm sure, but what, in your eyes, what would you like to see happen from here on out?
Just to gain more fans.
Yeah.
Just keep playing for people.
Take over the world.
Yeah, that's now. What about Europe and things like that? Do you got anything on tap for Europe or for
not
Asia?
right now. We're just gonna do the States for a while, and then maybe I think we got a bit of Canada coming up. I think we're doing a show in Toronto with 3 Days Grace on the 6th.
Cool.
That's gonna be fun. See all our friends, get really drunk.
Yeah. And then we have 3 days off, which is the most days off we've had since we've been on tour.
And
So
and how will you be spending those exactly? Any idea, or just sleeping?
recovering from
nothing.
hangover, probably.
It always, when you go into something like that after a long stint of working and things, you go into like the days off thinking, you know, I'm gonna take the bull by its horns here. I'm really gonna take on the days, and then you end up just sleeping through all of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It always seems to be the way it goes. Well, why don't we hear another song? How's that sound?
Cool.
Cool.
All right, we got My Darkest Days in studio right now. It's Rock Radio 103.3 The Edge.
The song's called Every Lie.
So where did you sleep the night before? I doubt that your phone was dying. I'm supposed to believe that was what you wore. Said you were alone, I don't buy it. But I can't stay surrounded by every lie that won't come true. Now you wanna take the time, well why would you? Think you're gonna make it right, but how could you? Now I can't stay surrounded by every lie. might as well just stop crying. It doesn't mean much to me anymore. A little too late to start trying. I'm taking this love off of life support. Now I can't stay surrounded by every lie that won't come true. Now you wanna take the time, well why would you? Think you're gonna make it right, but how could you? So I can't stay surrounded by every lie that won't come true. Now you wanna take the time, well why would you? Think you're gonna make it right, but how could you? So I can't stay surrounded by every lie, trying to undo the love that I'm tied to. Who haven't you lied to? Yeah. With every lie that won't come true, now you wanna take the time, well why would you? Think you're gonna make it right, but how could you? So I can't stay surrounded by every lie that won't come true. Now you wanna take the time, well why would you? Think you're gonna make it right, but how could you? So I can't stay surrounded by every lie, surrounded by every lie.
Awesome, great job, guys. That sounded really
Thank
great.
you.
No, definitely. It's tough in here when it's just like acoustic guitar and mics. You get the real deal. Some bands can't hold their own. You guys sound awesome, obviously, and I thank you guys for making a pit stop here in Buffalo to join us.
Anytime,
before you
man.
head out to Rochester. It means a lot, and I can't wait. I wish you guys were playing here tonight, but unfortunately, we'll get you on the next time around, I suppose.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You do live close.
Yeah, man.
So we'll
Yeah.
get to see you soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll just knock on your door. Next time we're in Toronto, and just come by and
Sounds good. Sounds good.
say what's up.
And hopefully I'll be able to get up to Canada soon to check you guys out too if you're up that way. So thank you so much again for coming in studio. My Darkest Days in Rochester tonight. If you're heading out to the show, say what's up from Buffalo.
Definitely will, man.
Cool. And we'll thank you guys again. I'll turn off all the mics and everything. We'll get out of here.
Thank
Awesome.
you.